Listening to Real Estate Roundup.
Real Estate Roundup.
With Realtor Nagaraj Anaya every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Volley 92.3 FM.
Getting real about Bay Area real estate. Namaskar, Bay Area. I'm Vijay Lakshmi with Real Estate Roundup, brought to you by Realtor Nagaraj Anaya, the founder of nagarajhomes.com, your one stop for all things real estate. Each week, we dig deep into the ground realities of Bay Area real estate that confront you as a buyer, as a seller, an investor, or a renter. And we welcome you with what's on your mind, real estate wise, and how it all really works. So call in with any doubts, questions, clarifications that you may have. We are, of course, coming to you live on Poly 92.3 FM. Studio lines are open, ready, and waiting for you. So, as we get this conversation going, you are cordially invited to join us. The number in the studio is 408 912 5038. That number 408-912-5038. And with that, let me welcome Nagraj. Happy Sunday, Nagraj.
Hello, Vijay Lakshmi. Hello, Bay Area. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day out there and enjoying a great sun out there. It's
Yeah,
Bay Area
great
is
sun,
becoming
hot, hot,
it's
hot
hot
and
this
happening.
week. I think
Yeah,
hopefully by next week it starts cooling down. It's similar to like real estate, right? We don't know when. I just wanted to start with one thing, right? Like the
yeah,
house buying is more of like a wine. Do you agree? More you buy, the
yeah.
more like basically more you enjoy or more you drink, like because there are three things, right? We can
Wine
come.
gets better as it gets older.
Because it's appreciation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The second thing is like basically investment enjoyment. The
Yes,
more you have it, like you enjoy that. And the third
that's
is
right.
diversifying the portfolio.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. You
But
hit
real
the
estate,
three on the
yeah,
head.
but
Yeah,
real estate always comes with the risks and rewards. You need to watch out for what is really needed. Is it can't be always a true, but it comes with the risks and rewards. If you're planning it better, it always gives you a rewards. And listeners, if you have any questions, today we are live on Bali 92.3, and you can give us a call. Our studio line numbers are 408-912-5038, and we are going to discuss anything about the Bay Area real estate, and we would like to listen from you also. And if you're into jumping into real estate and you're the first time home buyer or an investor and would like to know which cities are performing better, you can give us a call.
yes. And anything on your mind, big or small, it's not an issue. Please call in. And Nagraj always makes it his mission to really educate you before you take that step into, challenging real estate that the Bay Area market is. So don't hesitate. Give us a call. Again, the number in the studio is 408-912-5038. And remember, nagrajhomes.com is your first place that you want to go to before you venture into any aspect of real estate. And that's Nagaraj homes.com. And Nagraj, I was wondering, last week we were talking about how the home prices really dipped a little bit. But realistically speaking, how much are they going to dip, and can somebody really afford something in the Bay Area, given that home prices generally tend to just go through the roof, right? So, what is your realistic assessment of that?
I think that's a great question, right? Everybody is talking about. Even I put in a we discussed about like market is slowing down. We did discuss last week also,
Yeah.
right? And see, let me start with a couple of examples. Okay, let me start with the Sunnyvale market. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Sunnyvale, one house was listed, and it was listed for 1.65 million and just went 20,000 more than the list price. My client was able to get in. Other house was listed for 2.85 million. 2.85
Eight,
million in Sunnyvale, and they got 13 offers.
wow. Okay.
So my client was eighth. Okay. It was sold for more than 500K in a
500K over asking.
over the asking price in a
Ooh.
Sunnyvale 2,100 square footage.
How much square footage?
2,100 square footage.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
So basically, if the house is in a perfect neighborhood,
Yeah.
it's hot and happening neighborhood. It's a great schools. houses are still selling it. Let me give you one more example.
Yeah.
Because in a Sunnyvale, in Santa Clara, house was listed for 1.8 million.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been 45 days in the market. So we
Okay.
liked it and we put an offer for 1.6 million, thinking the house is sitting in the market for a longer time.
Yeah.
Seller comes back and says their asking price minimum is a 2 million. They don't want to sell listed price.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, not even for the list price. List price was for 1.8 million.
Yeah.
They had reduced it from 1.85 to 1.8 to get more buyers coming out or more buyers going and checking it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean they'll go and reduce it. It's all comes down to a seller, and is a seller in need is there. Even
Yeah.
Sunnyvale house, what my client got, even they were not ready to sell if they're not getting too, if they're getting too less. They're holding the property from last 50 years.
Mm.
They told like, if I don't get whatever the price, what I need that the market demands, or like
Yeah.
based on the last comparables,
Yes.
I don't want to sell the property. I
Yeah.
come back after 1 year.
Oh, okay. So they're willing to wait on that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. But not
sellers
really.
knows it's like for them it is they got as I keep telling you, everybody has logged in for the lowest possible ever rate. Lowest possible. It's kind of free money which you will never get back in the life again. It
Mm.
might be like once in a lifetime opportunities, right? The rates whatever we logged in now.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So it is very tough. The sellers doesn't want to basically, even the couple of homes, even in a Beriasa, was listed for it was listed for 1.55 and they have reduced it to 1.45.
Mm-hmm.
And we were willing to give it for 1.45 million in a
Mm.
Beriasa.
Yeah.
Seller rejected our offer, saying that we need only a minimum for 1.5 million.
Right. Oh,
If
wow.
it's
Okay.
basically the new norm in the Bay Area is we all got used to the Bay Area market within 7 days. You get an offer, you go into a pending.
Mm.
But new norm in the Bay Area is like it's okay to sit in the market for 45 to 50 days in the
Mm.
market.
Mm.
Number of homes going not sold are increasing, number of homes going into rental are increasing, but the prices are not getting reduced. You can't
They're
expect
not willing to budge from the price.
you can't expect to
Yeah.
get too less, but don't like basically it's all comes down to as a buyer, they should not give up. Okay, they
Yeah.
should be keep putting an offer. So I can give you one example. Last year, house was listed for 1.75 in a Santa Clara market.
Mm-hmm.
The seller sold for 1.4. It was sitting in the market for 2 months. No buyers came in. The seller sold it for 1.4 million. It was sold for a fixed upper.
Mm-hmm.
Now they fixed it up for 200K. The same house has been listed for 2.9 million.
Wow.
It's a close
It's
to more than a
incredible.
2000 square footage. They
Right.
fixed up the house. The
Mm.
new seller is expecting for 2.8 million in a Santa
Yeah.
Clara.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you give up as a seller, you might, it again depends on the needs for the seller, right? Like
Yeah.
the seller
Yeah.
has some other commitments. And
Yeah. So that the question really arises is this a good time to sell a house then?
I think that's a great question.
And before you answer that, let me tell folks who are just joining us, you're listening to Real Estate Roundup with Nagraj Anaya of nagrajhomes.com, a weekly show where we delve into all aspects of real estate and really help you get well equipped before you venture into the tricky area that is Bay Area real estate today. I'm Vijay Lakshmi, and we're looking forward to your joining in this conversation. If you have questions, clarifications for Nagraj, this is the time to call in. The number is 408-912-5038. That number 408-912-5038. And look forward to your getting it. And the more, the merrier. So, give us a call. Have you experienced this kind of a situation when you're trying to really place an offer on a home? Or you're really watching the world go by, wondering whether it is the right time to really jump in. Whatever it is that's on your mind, Nagraj is here to handhold you through it all. So don't hesitate. And between now and, if you're online, check out nagrajhomes.com. A wealth of information right there. And of course, if you're evaluating, if selling a house, there's a close to accurate valuation on your home right there at nagrajhomes.com. So we're talking about selling as well. So you can get an instant valuation there. And if you're looking to buy, again, there is a Bay Area real estate guide right there, which is a home buying and selling process 101, 101 for you. So make sure you do that. So again, keep those questions coming in 408-912-5038. Yes, Nagraj, let us hear about the sellers. Is this a good time to sell?
Everybody's saying, I think, as we will keep saying, June, July are the best time, summer times are the best time to list. But the new norm is going to be, I think, March, April, or a May, because a lot of people will be traveling for a vacation, especially from Asian countries. They're traveling for a vacation due to a summer holidays.
True.
What we had noticed, January was the market was picking up. We
Yeah.
saw that prices were going up. March, April, the price peaked up.
Yes.
Now, what has happened is like right now, the prices are kind of, it is not dipping. Some of the
Mm.
homes might dip, but we are seeing a saturated curve there right now. It's
Ah.
not all the houses are, there are few homes, if the house is really
Mm. Mm.
exceptionally done, then
Yeah.
you see that one peak, but
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't apply for the all the houses. As I told you in the early in the like we are seeing only few homes going up, but not every homes are. Even if you're trying to, if you already had listed for a close to a list price, like basically you're already listed for a good price, you
Yeah.
selling to the list price is okay. But what we are noticing in, it is going below the list price. As I told you, the sellers are not budging. The buyers wants it. Having a 3 to 4 buyers whose price margins are 1.5 million. We can't get any homes in very good homes, basically in close to around South Bay. It might
Mm-hmm.
be Pribitas, it might be a Fremont. Okay.
Mm.
Fremont might be, we are getting for 1 point, there are a couple of homes for 1.25 million.
Yeah.
It's because of the smaller, low roofs, house is not upgraded.
Right.
So
Okay.
that homes, the buyers might not like it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Whatever they like, it is around close to 1.5, but 1.5, there are so many, again, number of buyers are more.
Yeah. So tell me something. We are always talking about inventory and not being enough and not enough houses coming up on in the market, right?
Mhm.
But I heard that, Tri Valley inventory is actually swelling up. Is that true?
Yeah. What is Tri-Valley? What is the cities Tri-Valley consists of?
Tri Valley,
San
San
Ramon,
Ramon,
Dublin,
Dublin,
Pleasanton, Livermore,
yeah,
yeah,
Danville,
Danville. So
yeah,
all these closer, all these cities are like called a Tri-Valley, right? Like,
yeah,
but number of homes is swelling up. As I told you, the buyers are right now traveling and the prices have peaked up. And
mm,
one more thing is, a lot of people move to Tri-Valley because of the good schools,
yeah,
bigger homes, better homes. Whatever it's under newer constructions. Not doesn't apply for the Livermore, because Livermore might be some of the older homes. Again, depends on the community which you are buying in. But all of them move thinking it's a bigger homes, better schools, correct. But
yeah,
what's happening in around is like traffic right now, if you see, it's close to 1.5 hours going, 1.5 hours coming back.
mm,
It's a,
right. It's horrendous traffic again,
it's
right?
almost a 3 hours of traffic, correct now.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like 8 hours, and you're all 8 hours, 9 hours, you're working in the office, and you're three
Yeah,
hours, you're basically commuting in.
coming, right. Yeah.
So the commute is killing it right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, and the prices are not less anymore.
Yeah.
Already prices are basically increased up so much. That is why we are seeing some price cuts.
Mm-hmm.
But Tri Valley also has a better companies in around. So there are some few companies in around, good tech companies in around. For them, it's okay. And some of
Yeah.
them already have work from home.
Yeah.
So
But
for
now
them,
more and more companies are insisting on being at work in person,
it
right?
depends on the companies.
Yes.
Big tech companies also, right? Like some of the tech companies have said you can still work from home. Some companies have told come twice or thrice a week.
Mm.
So even they're asking to coming for 2 weeks to three
Even
weeks,
then. Mm-hmm.
like basically twice or a thrice in a week, it's a huge commute for them.
Yes.
And that is why it's making for them to think twice to move to a Tri Valley. But
Mm.
if you, I think it's let's compare the buying a houses in Tri Valley compared to buying it in San Jose, Fremont, and even the Newark, Santa Clara, and
Okay.
even the Mountain View, right?
And before you do that, again, let me give out the number if folks are, listening to us and would like to join in 408-912-5038, 408-912-5038, talking to Nagraj Anaya of nagrajhomes.com. If you haven't already, also be sure to check out his YouTube channel, where he is very timely with the updates on what's hot and happening in the real estate market. The handle is Nagraj Anaya. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to that channel, and that'll really keep you in the know of what you need to know when venturing into real estate. Yes, Nagraj, go ahead.
See, the Sunnyvale, as I told you, the close to per square footage are like right now is what 1,500 to a 2,000, depends on the right. But you get a small
Sunnyvale. Mm-hmm.
Sunnyvale, right? Like it's
Yeah.
basically you get a smaller homes.
Yeah.
If you want a bigger homes, then the Tri Valleys are better. And the modern homes, here only few homes are modern homes, completely upgraded. The one which I was telling you, the Sunnyvale house,
Yeah.
it got sold. That house is even it's a low ceiling house.
Mm.
That itself was got sold for close to 3 million. It's a low ceiling. But when you go to the San Ramon's, Dublin, you get a better houses there.
Yeah. High ceilings and
Yeah, high
almost
ceiling,
newer
modern
constructions also.
homes, better
Yeah.
houses there.
Mm.
But it
Right.
all comes down to commute. If you're okay to commute, and the price wise also, right? Like yesterday, I got one call from one of the listener, and they said, Nagraj, I have a 1.2 million. I want to go to a mountain house.
Mm.
Is it better to buy in a mountain house or here?
Mm.
My follow-up question to them is, are you both working? How many days in a week are you going to office? Is it do you have any flexible in work from home, like basic
Yeah.
flexible start office, right? Like maybe instead of starting at 9, if you're there okay to start at 12, do you have the flexible work hours?
Mm-hmm.
If you have a flexible work hours, then it makes okay for you, right? Like you basically you can start instead of starting at 9, maybe you can start at 11,
Yeah.
and later in the evening you can go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that are the follow-up questions to them. Based
Yes.
on their flexible work hours, and if both are working in, and I think more important thing what we didn't discuss is the temperature.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's something you need to consider,
So
right?
that also
Because
you need to be considering. You get
yeah.
see, still there are a lot of people who bought a house they enjoy. I asked one of my client had bought in a Lathrop. I was trying to compare with him. Asked him like, do you like a Lathrop? They bought it in a River Islands. He sold a house in a Fremont, which was 1,000 square footage. And I asked him which house is better for him. He told obviously Lathrop is a lot better. Reason is
Oh,
four people in the family, bigger house, close to 4,000 square footage, next
wow.
to the lakefront.
Wow.
He told
Okay.
staying in the house, modern house for me, it's a lot better for me.
Yeah.
Instead of going, I can't go out during the hot weather,
Heat.
but
Mm-hmm.
in the evening I can go out.
Yeah. It definitely gets very hot in all of these areas, right? Even
Yeah,
Livermore, San
older
Ramon.
cities are always better, but I talked about pros and cons. It
Yeah.
depends on personal needs, never compared to other needs. It depends on your requirements first, always. House buying is always about your personal needs and
Neat.
what do you like. It doesn't mean my friend likes it, it doesn't mean you will
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So as they say, don't compare to the Jones or the Joshis. You have to figure out your requirements and what's important to you. And what do you think, folks? What are you considering when you are making that choice of whether to live in the, in San Jose, near a San Jose, or taking off to Lathrop or Tracy or all of these places, East Bay as well. So give us a call, 408-912-5038. Everything that's on real estate is here on the platform that we shared. So make sure you call us, 408-912-5038. Yes, Nagraj.
I think we were talking about a lot of homes getting unsold, right? Like, I think it's going to be an interesting part right now because a lot of homes are getting sold, and that homes are going to a rental market now. So, are we going to notice a rental market going to be like price reductions in?
Mm,
That's what we need to
okay.
watch out. It's going to be interesting in next 2 months because
Yeah.
homes which doesn't get sold, they say they can we can wait for another 1 year, one more year, come
Mm,
back now.
mm. And then they put it on rent.
They put it on a rent now. Okay. And but I think one more important question to ask is, are you going to do a property management by yourself
Mm,
or you find a property manager to do it?
mm.
How do you go about it?
Right. Yes. When
That's
you're renting. Mm-hmm.
That's very important to know, right? Like, especially you're in a rental property. Managing a property is easier, but it again depends on the choice what they have. So if you're basically if you're going with a property manager, it is normally they might charge you a first month rent, or again depends on the property manager, first month rent, or like $1,000, and every month is $200 on the rental what they get. That's what they
Two,
charge.
200. Mm-hmm.
200 to 250 depends on the again the property manager.
Right.
Some of them might charge you upfront a higher cost, or some of them might charge you $200. What you get with the property manager is, if something breaks,
Mm.
they might have an handyman in a contact, or they
Yeah.
might have somebody contacts who can go and fix it for them.
Yeah.
Still, the homeowner should be basically should be paying for it. The
Mm.
tenant doesn't pay for it. The role of the property manager is to find a suitable guy to fix any broken stuffs.
I see. Okay. So
They might
that's a,
charge for it.
yeah.
How do you as a homeowner do it rental for? How do you do it for yourself, right? The one best thing is go to Zillow.com or a Redfin.com, list the property there
Mm.
for the basic for the rental.
Yeah.
Once you list it, the second thing is screening. How do you screen the tenant?
Yes. That's very important. Yeah.
So whenever once after you show the tenants a property, how do you screen them?
Mm.
Third thing is look at the credit score. Look at the rental history. Have they paid the rental properly for the previous homeowners? Are
How
there?
do you tell that whether they've been a
Yes. So
good history?
basically, so you can pull the credit scores. You should be getting authorization from the tenant. Get an authorization and pull the credit scores. Check their credit scores and check with the previous landlords.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Have they paid it properly the rental?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Okay.
two things will help you out. How is and the third thing is look at the income wise.
Mm.
So that might help you out to screening of the tenants.
Okay. For income, what do you ask for?
You can
Did
ask
you?
for the pay slips, or you can
Yeah.
ask for the company basically whatever the offer letters they have, might have got.
Okay. You can do that, huh?
Yeah. So
Mm.
basically, you should take an approvals from them, or are they okay to share? So talk to them, get the information. So that might help you to screening the tenants.
Okay. Very important point.
Once the
Yeah.
screening is done, Zillow will help you to create a rental agreement for you. So that can be sent it for the tenants to sign it.
I see.
Deposit again depends on it, usually 1 month deposit and 1 month of a rent upfront. And you
Okay.
should clearly define the boundaries, like who would be maintaining the front yard, or who would be doing the landscaping. The landscaping would be paid by the homeowner, or it would be paid by a tenant maintenance.
I see. Typically, who is in charge of that?
It depends on the homeowner and depends on the property.
Okay.
It's a lot to maintain, better homeowner to do it. Because you're leaving to a tenant, then the tenant doesn't, and it doesn't. And finally, if you have a grass and it dries up, for you to put back the grass, again, it costs you a lot.
Yeah. What
So
about utilities? How does that work? Like, does
utilities
the
are paid
tenant pay?
usually by the tenants.
Okay. Yeah.
And again,
But
it
for
is,
that, do you have to change the name or something, or
yeah,
how
yeah,
does
the tenant basically goes and registers in their name.
his name? Okay.
And HOA. If it's a
Mm-hmm.
property is under HOA, and you need to define it's a rental is part of the rental you're paying, you're getting, it's already covers the HOA, or it would be an additional.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Usually that would not be a separate, but that would be a part of the rent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
So this can help you out to screening, and this can help you out. This is the simple process. If you
Yeah.
need a detail, and if you have any properties to show, rent it out, and if you have any issues, do give me a call and I can share you some information so that you can do it. And coming
Mm-hmm.
to the listings right now, right? Like
Yes.
pre-listings, one listing in a Fremont, three
Mm-hmm.
bed, two bath, 37210 Towers Way. It is like close to 1,200 square footage. 1.25 million is the list price. If somebody is a starter home, this is a great price for them. And if somebody is looking for a 1 million property, 1 million property, I have it in East San Jose. That's a 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,100 square footage. And I have a one in a Gilroy, 3 bed, 2 bath, close to 1.3 million. It's a kind of a good retirement house. If
Mm-hmm.
somebody wants to properties in all three things, like from in a Fremont, San Jose, and even in a Gilroy, I have a properties, and I have one property coming up in a Milpitas. It's a 2 bed, 2 bath. It's a condo
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
close to 1,200 square footage. It's a great fit for the urban families, very close to the tech companies and others. And if you need a more information about that property also, or any other properties you want to buy in a Bay Area, you can always reach out, and do subscribe for a YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, Nagaraj Anaya. It is a wealth of information.
Information. And nagrajhomes.com, you can get in touch with Nagraj right there through WhatsApp as well. So make sure you do that. Nagraj, extremely great knowledge right here, and really feel like holding on to it. And you can on YouTube. We're going to post this there so you can check it out. And thank you, folks, and thank you so much, Nagraj, for doing this for the community. This is
Thank you
Vijay
so
Lakshmi
much.
for Real Estate Roundup. Until next time, namaskar.
Namaskar.
You're